wanted to talk about some of the negatives of choosing food technology and some of the reasons why you should not choose food technology. Yes, you heard me right, because I think on this channel I have talked about multiple times that what are the reasons you should choose food technology or why you should pursue a course in this domain. And I think I feel responsible to tell you each side of the coin. I don't want to just tell you the positive. I want to show you the other side as well, so that you can make the right decision. Okay, you don't feel betrayed and you don't feel that someone lied to you. Okay, you should know both the sides. So without wasting your time, let's talk about what is the reason that you should not pursue food technology as your career. So the first reason is that there are very limited vacancies in the government. I mean, as of now, if you are a student already, then you know it. But if you are someone who is in class 11th or 12th, let me inform you that there are very few vacancies from the government for food science and technologists specifically. And the thing is that not just the vacancies are rare, but also they are not periodical. I mean, you won't see some specific vacancies from a department every year. Okay, they are not periodical and they are very rare. Also, for these government jobs, since food technology is not a core domain, which we'll talk about later, but food technology is not a core domain, and usually for the government vacancies, whenever they are released, the people who are eligible to apply for these vacancies are not just from food science and food technology background. Okay, people from biochemistry background, biotechnology background, chemical engineering background, life sciences, even sometimes BSc chemistry, or I mean anything that is connected with life sciences or agriculture are eligible to apply for some of the vacancies. Not all, but some of the vacancies for sure. So now the food science or technology student is not facing competition from his fellow or his or her batchmates, but he or she is going to face competition from rest of the people from life sciences, from agriculture domain, from biotechnology, from chemical engineering, and some allied domains as well. So yeah, that's one thing. The second thing is there are also very limited jobs in the private sector. Even though the private sector also has a lot of potential to generate a lot of jobs specifically for food technologists, but there are not enough jobs for food technologists right now. I think important role or the influence or bad influence, I would rather say, is because of Corona situation. However, we will get out of this situation for sure, and I see that India will develop into a country who is going to require more and more food science and technology graduates. But I think the industries, the small and medium enterprises specifically, because most of the people in India are still not consuming processed food. I mean, in the urban cities, we are consuming processed food, but India is one of the largest producer in terms of fruits, vegetables, milk, meat. And although we have a lot of potential for processing, but the private sector has not completely tapped into the potential of food processing sector, unfortunately. So even when there are jobs, these jobs have a very low pay scale in the private organizations. Like I have heard that the pay scale is as low as 10,000 rupees per month for a BSc or BTech graduate. And I'm not trying to exaggerate or trying to demotivate you, but that is the truth. So yeah, the pay scale is quite low. I mean, if someone did BSc and then someone did MBA from IIM, let's say, or someone did BTech from IIT or NIT, then definitely the package is probably expected to be higher. So there is no clear incentive for a student to pursue food technology from an average college. Okay, again, the food technology domain is not a core branch. This is another reason. Since more of the jobs are concentrated around core domains like computer sciences. So computer sciences or IT, these are the core domains, and around that most of the jobs are being generated. Okay, so a lot of people also pursue these domains, but for food technology specifically, this is not a core domain. And one of the prime example, which is also a problem right now, that we don't have a GATE examination specifically for food technology, which should be the case because BTech graduate studies food technology for 3-4 years of his or her life, and now he or she has to study some engineering science concepts, thermodynamics or fluid mechanics, or maybe on the life science side, he or she has to study zoology, biology, biochemistry, microbiology, and all that stuff, which were not the core subjects of his or her graduation, which is, I think, unfair. I think food technology, GATE should have a separate examination for food technology, and it should not be a part. But unfortunately, GATE food technology is not considered a core domain, and this is a part of. Sometimes it's considered a part of life sciences. Sometimes it's considered a part of agriculture. So yeah, that's one disadvantage. However, I have talked about these problems. Yet, yes, these problems do exist. There is low pay scale and there are very limited jobs. But what is the solution? How do you tackle this if you are currently in this domain? If you are currently a student, BSc graduate or BTech graduate, maybe you are in your master's or maybe you are pursuing your PhD. Now, what now? What is the solution? So let's say that you are going to choose and you are making a decision. Okay, maybe you are in class 11th or 12th. My first recommendation and my advice is to apply for colleges such as NIFTEM, ICT Mumbai, and IIFPT. Why these colleges? Because right now IIFPT and NIFTEM have been recognized by the government as the institutes of national importance. Okay, that was right now trending for NIFTEM, specifically NIFTEM and IIFPT. CFTR is also good for MSc, but I'm talking about BTech specifically. For BTech, NIFTEM, IIFPT, and ICT Mumbai are the best. You will need to qualify JEE mains. I think for IIFPT, you do not require JEE mains. And yes, in most of the cases, you require mathematics. PCM is a combination that will be required for JEE mains, obviously. But in case you have PCB, you can go for some private colleges for sure. But your first priority should be to go for NIFTEM, IIFPT, specifically right now because these institutes have been considered, have been given the importance of national institute. Okay. Now let's say that you want to pursue BSc, then my recommendation is to go with the ICAR accredited colleges. Okay, so yeah, that's the recommendation. But let's say you are already a student. Maybe you are in the bachelor's. So for the bachelor's, if you want to go for master's, again, the recommendation is to go for master's from reputed colleges like NIFTEM, ICT Mumbai, IIT Kharagpur, IIFPT. Because the brand value of these tags, right? The brand value of these colleges is really good in the market. So that really helps. And for masters, you can definitely prepare for CFTRI. Now, students ask me that CFTRI is difficult and cracking the MTech or MSc is difficult. So, yeah, it's supposed to be difficult. What are you expecting? Okay, it's supposed to be difficult. Students say that CFTRI, there are a lot of people who are going to apply for CFTRI. Tell me the second best option. There is no such thing as second best. It doesn't work that way. It's good, better, and best. Okay, there is no such thing as third best or second best thing. Okay, that doesn't exist. If you really want the best, you have to work for it. Another solution for you could be that you can definitely work on your networking skills. Network with people who are in the industry. Network with people who are pursuing some research. And the best medium to network with people is through LinkedIn, because a lot of time your network can also help you to land a job. And the third solution that I always get back to and I will always talk about is to build your personal brand. If you are not building your personal brand online, because see, if you were not able to get into a good college, into a reputed college for some reason, that is understandable. But if you are not working on yourself, on your skills, and not sharing some value with the people throughout the internet, then you are not going to build a personal brand. You have to compensate. If you didn't get good grades, if you didn't get a good college, you have to compensate for that. I was not able to get a good college. I am not from NIFTEM. I am not from CFTRI. I am not from IIT. But I had to compensate for that by building this channel, by building this video that you are watching right now. This is a part of my personal brand. So you have to realize the importance of personal branding as well. Right now, because internet is a huge thing and LinkedIn is a huge thing as well. So if you are not diving deep into LinkedIn or into social media platform to build your personal brand, then you are going to lag behind, because you have to compensate for that somewhere at least. So networking can help, LinkedIn can help, building a personal brand can help, brushing up your basic concepts, that definitely helps. Some certification courses, networking, specifically networking, why I am emphasizing, because that is genuinely helpful if you really want to get into a job field. Okay, if you are trying to go for masters, try to do it from reputed colleges. Go abroad if you want to, right? I started this video by saying the negative things about the food industry and why you should not choose it, but there are definitely ways to tackle that. There are definitely ways to mitigate these challenges. Okay, so I really want you to take some moment, take some time, maybe take a week and think about it. Compare different domains before choosing any domain. Okay, before just trying to find a college, choose and plan, make a pros and cons list if you want to, because that is actually going to help you. All right, I hope that this video was helpful for you. Make sure you share this video who is going to apply for food science or food technology course this year in 2021, and I will see you next time. See you.